morning, everyone. I'm Shana,
And I'm Balkis.
and today we're going to present a case study about L'Oréal Paris cosmetics using
But they
marketing.
have a microphone.
Today we're going to present a case study about L'Oréal Paris Cosmetics, so using marketing tools that we saw during the class, such as STP, the 4Ps, the 5Cs, needs, wants, and demand, and the SWOT analysis. So the goal is to understand how L'Oréal Paris became one of the most powerful brands in the world, so cosmetics, and how it adapts to different markets, including here in Korea.
L'Oréal Paris, created in 1999 in Paris, is the flagship brand of the L'Oréal Group and the global leader in mass cosmetics. It covers skincare, makeup, hair care, and hair color. Its core strategy is accessible innovation, offering luxury-inspired products at affordable prices while adapting to local cultures and beauty routines. The brand operates in over 120 countries and benefits from the group's major R&D investments, so it's more than 1 billion euros per year.
So the mission of L'Oréal Paris is because you're worth it, and it's promoting self-confidence, empowerment, and universal beauty. The three key values of L'Oréal Paris are the scientific innovation, inclusivity, diversity, and sustainability. So when looking at L'Oréal 5C framework, we can first highlight its company itself. So L'Oréal Paris has a strong R&D capacity using advanced science to develop innovative formulas that combine efficacy and safety. This scientific approach reinforces its iconic brand image, and it's built around the idea that everyone is worth it. In terms of customers, L'Oréal Paris targets global mass market consumers with very different beauty needs, and it's depending of the regions. So for example, anti-aging products are especially popular in Europe, and while skin brightening lines are more in demand in Asian markets. Regarding competitors, the brand faces both international rivals with very different brand beauty needs depending on the region. So the international rivals are Maybelline, Revlon, and Estée Lauder, and local challengers, particularly the fast-growing K-beauty brands from South Korea. So its collaborators play a key role as well. So for retail partners like beauty stores to e-commerce platforms such as Amazon, as well as influencers and dermatologists who help promote the products and strengthen the consumer trust. So finally, the context is shaped by several important trends. So the rise of digital beauty and online shopping. So the growing demand for sustainable and ethical products and changing cosmetic regulation, so that push brands to be more transparent about ingredients and sourcing. So let's move on to the 4Ps.
So for the 4Ps, we have product, price, place, and promotion. So for product, L'Oréal Paris offers a full range of beauty products. The brand focuses a lot on innovation, for example, with the virtual try-on tool that uses augmented reality to let customers test products online before buying. This helps create a more personalized and modern shopping experience. Then we have the price. So the brand uses an affordable pricing strategy targeting the mass market. They often apply psychological pricing, like setting prices just below a round number. For example, $9.99 instead of 10 to make products seem cheaper. For the place, also the promotional pricing, they have promotional pricing during holidays and new launches. So for the place, the brand has a very wide distribution network. Its products are sold in supermarkets, pharmacies, beauty stores, duty-free shops, and also through e-commerce platforms. And for promotion, they run massive global campaigns with famous ambassadors, including actresses, models, influencers, and use digital advertising to reach younger audiences and stay relevant online. So they have celebrity collab like Kendall Jenner, and now we are going to present a video.
결점 없는 실크 헤어.
갖고 싶은 표정.
Because I'm worth it.
Your worship.
로얄 파리.
So that was an example of an advertisement from South Korea. So we could see the Korean actress Han So-hee and the K-pop idol Song from Enhypen. So we'll now move on to needs, wants, and demands. So their needs include basic skincare, makeup, and hair care essentials. So there are the products that cover everyday routines that help boost confidence and self-esteem. So their wants focus on trendy, eco-friendly, and customized beauty solutions that reflect personal style and values. And finally, their demands represent what they're actually willing to invest in: high quality, safe, and dermatologically tested products that deliver both reliability and satisfaction. So we move on to STP strategy. About segmentation, the brand uses demographic, geographic, and psychographic segmentation. For example, Elvive is designed for everyday users looking for effective hair care, while Revitalift targets adults who want anti-aging solutions. Geographically, they adapt to different regions and climates, so the brand follows the principle of universalization, meaning it respects and adapts to different cultures while keeping the same global message. For example, in Africa, it promotes diversity and representation with the right range of shades and textures. Psychographically, the brand targets people who want affordable yet high quality beauty. So the segmentation of L'Oréal Paris is very broad, but smartly divided into age, income, lifestyle, and culture.
Okay, so now for the targeting, the brand mainly targets women and men aged between 18 and 55 from middle to upper middle income groups. So L'Oréal Paris uses a differentiation strategy to attract middle and upper middle class consumers who want products that combine science, beauty, and value for money. So for example, the typical L'Oréal Paris customer is someone who is a professional or student who wants a high quality beauty inspired by luxury and also expected to be accessible and easy to find in stores or online. So we did Persona. It's like the perfect target for L'Oréal Paris, for example in France. And for example, a young woman in Paris like Clara might choose L'Oréal Paris Revitalift Serum to keep her skin radiant during her busy work days while still feeling elegant and confident. This shows how L'Oréal Paris connects with modern, ambitious women who value both quality and accessibility. And for the positioning, so the positioning map shows that L'Oréal Paris is located in the mid to high range in terms of both price and quality. It perceived as a premium yet accessible brand offering good quality compared to luxury competitors such as Lancôme or Estée Lauder. In contrast, brands like Maybelline are positioned lower in both price and quality, targeting a younger mass market audience. So now let's move on to the SWOT.
So the brand has a strong identity that is instantly recognizable worldwide, supported by a wide global presence. So it manages to offer products that feel high quality without being out of reach, and it is well known for innovation. At the same time, there are some weaknesses to consider because L'Oreal is positioned in the mass market. It sometimes risks being perceived as less luxurious compared to niche brands. So the makeup segment is also highly competitive, making it challenging to stand out. In Korea, for example, the brand entered the market later than competitors during the 1990s, and it may affect local market share. Some consumers perceive it too commercial and less authentic than smaller boutique brands, which can impact brand loyalty among certain segments.
So for the opportunities, first they have many opportunities for growth. There is an increasing demand for eco-friendly and vegan cosmetics, which fits perfectly with the brand's investment in green science and sustainable packaging. Another opportunity is the expansion into emerging markets, like for example Africa or the Middle East, where populations are young and purchasing power is growing. The rise of beauty tech also offers potential with AI and AR tools. And finally, the men's skincare and e-commerce segments are booming, especially through social media like TikTok and Instagram. And for the threats, L'Oréal Paris also faces several threats. The beauty market is becoming more competitive with the rapid rise of indie and K-beauty brands. Consumers' expectations are also changing. They now demand more transparency, ethical sourcing, and sustainability from global brands. Moreover, economic uncertainty and inflation can push customers to choose cheaper alternatives, like Maybelline, for example. Finally, counterfeit products sold online and stricter environmental regulations represent serious risks for the brand reputation and costs. To conclude, L'Oréal Paris leverages a strategic model of global reach, diversified segmentation, and innovation to offer beauty for each. Its mastery of multiple divisions enables it to compete across the mass, professional, and luxury spaces. So for the discussion, we have two questions. How does the Think Global, Act Local strategy enable L'Oréal Paris to strengthen its international position? And the second, how can L'Oréal Paris adjust its marketing and sales in South Korea to match what young digital consumers want and stay ahead of small beauty brands? Thank you.
We move on to discussion session. So, is anybody volunteer question number 1 and 2? Think global, act local, right? Local. Can you explain more about that explanations?
So Think Global, Act Local strategy is like, so when you have a company, you want it to be international, so you have to be coherent with the direction. So you have the same logo, the same message, the same, like the same message. So for example, IKEA, the message is like they buy furnitures, minimalistic.
Yes.
Minimalistic, yeah, thank you. Minimalistic furnitures, and it's like affordable, so it's like the same everywhere, but it has to adapt to the countries. So for example, in Japan, since the apartments are like small, they have to do small furnitures. And for L'Oréal Paris, so they have the same slogan, you're worth it. It's the same logo for like the old word, but for example in Korea they can they can do foundations that are more brightened. For example, in India, it can be less thick because of humidity. So they have the same image, but it has to adapt to each countries.
So that means that they have the same promotion all over the world? Same promotion,
Not necessarily.
same campaign, or
No, the campaigns, the prices, and the promotions are they have to adapt to the target of the country.
no, I mean, so like their brand identity is like beauty, right?
Yeah.
And then, for example, the campaign is for self beauty, for example. Then all over the world, they got same global campaign. Is
Yeah.
that you mean that this one, like very similar promotion over the world?
Like if they have a campaign and they wanted to do it like internationally, like worldwide, it's the same campaign but not, for example, the same I don't know, influencers or the same actress. So they have to adapt to the target.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you mean that the same global, which means that they gonna the same campaign, but depending on each local place, they will differently adapt it.
Yeah, exactly. Like for example, McDonald's, it's the same M. The logo is the same. Everything is the same. Like it's a fast food where they buy hamburgers. But for example, it adapts to each countries. For example, for the menu, they can change it. And the price also. So for example, in Korea, I think there's like bulgogi hamburger. In France, they
The
have like
localization.
baguette. Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Okay, so is anybody volunteer question number 1 and 2? Everybody know what is a think global and act local, right? So you understand what means about that, right? Is anybody given ideas about number 1 and 2?
I think it's sort of a good strategy because it can also be, I just want to bring another point in, and you also interpret it as like a sort of environmental thing. So like now all like the Gen Z is very conscious about the environment and so on. So I think it's fairly good to play that part because I mean, yeah, that's what the world is speaking about right now. So maybe that's also a nice benefit of that strategy as well. Of course, it's not 100% what it's meant to be. Like you explained it a little bit different, but maybe you can interpret it that way as well.
So you think that strategy, think global, act local, will be the efficient strategy, marketing strategy?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and Maria?
I think it's not only efficient, it's kind of necessary to adapt to the target market. Because if they were, like, not every actor is known worldwide, and it's very important for customers to find relatability. So for example, if they find someone that only they in their country knows, it's most likely gonna work better than if they see someone they don't know at all. Like celebrity endorsements, usually they have to be very precise and targeted. So I think like through the promotion, through endorsements, yes, it's good that they act local, but also about products. I don't really know if they have any. Do they really have any different products in like countries?
Yeah, exactly. So how do you think that? I agree with Maria. It's more the consider for target audience each countries, right? So that strategy will be focused on each country. They have different target, so that will consider for target audience. So how do you think, Maria, ideas?
I think we think the same. It's not necessarily different products, the same products, but the formulas changes. So like we talk about the climate. So for example, in Africa or India, when we talk about, so it's the formulas that changed. So it's way lighter when applying, for example, for skincare. So the same.
Okay, Lily?
I think the campaign, the idea of thinking globally and acting locally is working perfectly in India because if like I think L'Oreal Paris, it has investments in some brands that are like taking over in India, like Maybelline too, and in hair care in India, it's one of the leading brands besides Ayurvedic, which is herbals. So we use a lot of herbal products, but besides that, in the man-made, in artificial market, L'Oreal Paris is leading the campaign, and I think that is like there is a reason why, because L'Oreal Paris is like a global name, but in India they have their own sub brands like Maybelline. Already I said that, and there are products which are catering especially to the Indian market, and I think comparing it to the Korean skincare product, the Korean hair care or beauty products, I think L'Oreal Paris is ahead in India, which should say a big thing, because India has a huge market, and L'Oreal Paris is a great brand, an international brand too, which is like really hard to last in India, and I think it might be more prominent than Korean brands in Indian market.
Yeah, I think that you mean the second question, right? Right. So South Korea to South Korea actually we think about the product aspect of L'Oreal Korea. Some product is before for customer. So you said that the second question mentioned that the L'Oreal Paris just is marketing and say in the South Korea too.
To match what you
Match what do digital customer wants. But I think the most important thing in South Korea market, not only for digital customer wants, but also you want to consider for its target have a different, the makeup styles. For example, maybe they are only targeting for Gen Z, the M generation, and then they more like K-pop styles, makeup style. But maybe over the 30 and between the 40s, and they have more the business Korean women style, the makeup style. So some parts I agree with your second question is very important too for digital customers what they want. But also in South Korea, you think about depending on ages. And Loli mentioned that they have a shoes country in India. So they have to depending for locations, right? So yeah, we'll think about it. South Korea and maybe location that they doesn't care about for the makeup style, but we'll think about maybe the age. The target audience we divided for teenagers, 20s and 30s, 40s, 50s, over 60s. For have every woman got makeup, but their style is so different from depending on age. So yeah. And how do you think that? Is it meaning that the digital customer wants you focus on the MZ generations?
Because L'Oreal Paris is very known internationally, but I think like the ones that buying L'Oreal Paris cosmetics are more like people that are already working, so they get money to buy it. Even though it's like high quality, it's not that it's not really cheap, but it's not that expensive either. For example, in France, like everyone can buy L'Oreal Paris. It could be like students and it could be also workers. But the thing is, L'Oreal Paris is very known, but among like adults and not really like younger people when it's come to internationally. So it was more about what can L'Oreal Paris do to promote like their brands among younger people that use social medias and other like e-digital.
I mean, the South Korea, the cosmetic market, maybe L'Oreal, very famous, but very competitive market in South Korea. If you go to Olivium, they have a lot of Korean cosmetic brands. So I don't think that the digital customer want and then they got a new strategy, it doesn't work sometimes because we have too much product, right? So I think that just in my opinion, maybe in South Korean market, maybe it's more efficient way to consider the age groups rather than for digital consumer ones. You understand what I mean?
So you mean that since there's like already a lot of K-beauty brands
Yeah.
in Olive Young, L'Oréal Paris should like more focus, the segmentation will be more focused on age
Yeah.
age
And
groups.
the L'Oréal Paris, it seems to be the branding is more the old generation. It's not like MZ generation in South Korea. L'Oreal is a long history brand, and my mom of course know that. And then, like 20 years ago, the L'Oreal Korea seems to be more very fashionable and very luxury brand in South Korea. But now, maybe compared for 20 years ago now, maybe the L'Oreal Korea is quite old brand. I mean, they have for the customer considerations that maybe young generation they don't care about for L'Oreal in South Korea.
But in your opinion, how can L'Oréal Paris target more the younger generation? Like how can they do in South Korea?
So you saw that the advertising Cho Hee-han, right? She's kind of the famous, famous the actress, but maybe the young generation probably for her the makeup style, but I don't think that's because she's not idol, at all. So they maybe some percentage follow for Han So-hee makeup style, but still a lot of teenagers the follow for the idol stars. So really they wanted to change it for the branding is like more on new, the old from the new. Then they were changing for the new brand approach in South Korea, or that were totally changing for their makeup styles and also they were changing for their campaigns, and of course they changing for model more the young generation like the K-pop stars. So everything that we're gonna change is the So Hee-han, as you can see the advertising only for the color, right? Like the hair colors, right? So L'Oreal hair is quite famous in South Korea, but the makeup is not. I don't think it's not famous at all. Famous, but the young generation do not looking for that product. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. Have a different idea? Yes, Maria.
But I think they're already kind of penetrating the younger market because they just looked at their website and they have like a Hello Kitty collab as well as collab with the group Meow, which is like more targeted at younger audiences, and I think it's flirty because I
Like
had
under the 10,
not under
teenager, right?
I think 20 years old as well, I think. Because like I have a friend already that's talked to me about one of their product that's here, one of like Korean friends, that I think they're already making people talk about them and slowly, little by little, making
Yeah,
them
they're
buy.
looking for the niche market because as I mentioned before, the cosmetic sales is very competitive. So looking for the niche market and collaborate for like characters, but it's impossible to totally change it for their varieties. I think that's. I mean, my mom using the L'Oreal and my generation using the L'Oreal, so they got a long history. So we know that the makeup style is more the older generation. So they looking for the niche market, but I think that it's not enough for increase for market share. Just in my opinions. Yeah, and Lindsay?
For me, I think the Royal have to strengthen their original characteristics. Like for me, I think L'Oreal is known for hair products or hair dye products, and also it is just for expert and professionals, and not for the normal customers, because I think the product is quite expensive and maybe quite hard for me, the normal customer to use. So the Korean brands, they have lots of products, and I don't really know the makeup products about L'Oreal, just hair products more. So maybe they have to expand more the differentiations and more also. And 정생물 or makeup forever, I think they are their characteristics is much on So maybe L'Oreal can focus on that kind of characteristics. So maybe the young generations can think that they can give us some fine quality like we didn't from the professionals, but it is not that expensive. Like they have to position in the product like fine and more professional. So maybe.
I think that that's good ideas. They're more focusing on look more clarify the target audience. They more focusing on the hair product to the customer. They're only focusing and more narrow down for their target audience in South Korea, right? So how do you think that the different strategies?
Since L'Oréal Paris is in the age of, it's been like more than 30 years, you said like your generation uses more hair care product, and you also said that the hair care line and hair color are more often like bought here in South Korea than the makeup. So about differentiation, maybe it would be like more about promoting the hair care line than the the makeup line.
They went more the professional product for only for the hair.
For the hair,
They just give up maybe makeup.
Yeah,
Maybe more focusing on the
Focusing
hair
on
care, more
promoting, yeah.
professional product only for the hair because in South Korea, they were changing a lot of the hair colors and the curly hairs, for example, straight hair. They are changing a lot of women. They have changing a lot of things. So I think that's good point. They're more focusing on differentiations. The L'Oreal is more professional for hair. I think that's good ideas because makeup and they're comparative. Okay. Anything else? Different ideas or everybody agree with? Yeah. Okay. Thank you for your presentations. We move on to second presenter.
Okay, so hello, we are Merce and Carla, and we are going to present you the case study about Mercadona.
Oh, maybe you give more information for Mercadona because
Yeah, we will
Korean
explain.
student, they don't know.
Yeah, we will explain.
Yeah.
We will talk about Mercadona, mission, vision, and values, commitment, caring for the planet, needs, wants, and demands, the core piece, the SPP, SWOT analysis, assessment of growth opportunities, and finally a discussion and a funny fact.
So about Mercadona, Mercadona's story is rooted in the family business. It started in 1977 as a small butcher shop under the Carnicas Roche Group, and the real turning point came in 1981 when Juan Roche took control and began the transformation into a large supermarket chain. The most significant innovation, however, was in 1993 with the launch of the Total Quality Model. This model completely reoriented the business to focus on the customer, whom they call El Jefe, that in Spanish means the boss. This customer-first mentality fueled their domestic success, and in 2019 they took their first steps outside Spain and beginning their international expansion in Portugal. Mercadona operates based on 5 core values, treating each stakeholder as priority. First, the customer, El Jefe. Everything revolves around them, and the primary goal is to satisfy the boss with the best quality to price ratio using the always low price strategy. This is different from a competitor who might rely on flash sales. Second, the employee. Mercadona is known for offering stability, continuous training, and fair pay. This internal focus is key to ensuring high-quality customer service. Third, the supplier. They use a unique model with their interproviders building long-term sustainable relationships. This deep collaboration allows them to innovate on products, particularly their private labels. Their mission is essentially to be the affordable and quality solution for every household need. The vision aims even higher to create a sustainable agri-food chain that is led by them and of which society can be proud. Mercadona views social responsibility not as an add-on but as part of their commitment to society and the environment. Their approach to packaging is defined by the 3R strategy: reduce, reuse, and recycle. They have been actively working on reducing plastic and encouraging the reuse of containers. Food waste management is also a priority. They implement efficient stock systems and regularly donate food to charities and NGOs. Finally, their logistics are becoming more sustainable. This includes investing in eco-efficient stores, using solar panels, and integrating gas and electric vehicles into their distribution fleet. This reduces their operational footprint. In marketing, now we explain the needs, wants, and demands. The needs are the basic requirements: food, beverages, and household essentials. Mercadona satisfies this by simply providing groceries. Wants are the desires of high quality fresh products, and what they want is convenience. Demands are guaranteed by always low prices. Crucially, they also meant the newer conveniences like the Listo para comer, that it's ready to eat food, which caters to busy modern lifestyles.
Okay, now let's talk about the 4 Ps. First, the product. First, look the product size. Mercadona keeps things simple. They focus only on 5 areas that everyone needs: that food, beverage, personal care, home care, and pet care. They believe in a short and efficient assortment. This means they only stock the best or most popular items. This makes shopping easier for us because we don't have too many brands to choose from. They also add new services like ready-to-eat section that basically prepare meals ready to be heated, and home delivery. The price. Let's take a look at the price. Mercado Rules is SPB, always low prices. SPB is for Spanish translation, siempre precios bajos, that means always low prices. This is important. They don't offer sales or discounts like 1+1. They promise that their prices are already the best all the time, so they don't need these discounts. They achieve this because they focus mostly on selling their own store brands. Now, let's talk about the best thing to understand how their products and price relation work. That is, talk about Mercadona as prescriptive company. Prescriptive company, the limited product list and stable price strategy create as prescriptive company model. What does prescriptive means? It means Mercadona guides your choice. They research what customers like, and then they offer you a simple decision. One, buy the original brand, which is usually more expensive, or buy the Mercadona brand, which offers the same quality but for much less money. Look at the example. First, they know that their customers want more Coca-Cola than Pepsi, so that's why they offer. And later, you can buy the brand name soda for this price. Or you can buy Mercadona soda for lower price. By offering this huge price difference, Mercadona prescribes or encourages you to choose their brand. It's important to know that sometimes Mercadona owned products are good or unpopular, that they sell better than the original brand. When that happens, Mercadona stops selling their original product and keeps only their own brand on shelves. So we can say own brands are the key. This model makes their own brands the most important part of the business. They have like Hacendado for food and drinks, Deli Plus for personal care, Bosque Verde for home cleaning, and Compi for pet care. In short, Mercadona's success comes from offering great quality through their own brand at the lowest permanent price, making customers very loyal. Let's go to promotion. Mercadona uses a very specific approach to promotion. They will notice it's very different from other supermarkets. They use minimalist communication. They don't spend so much money in traditional advertising like TV ads. Their main focus is internal promotion and mouth-to-mouth satisfaction. They believe a happy customer is the best advertisement. Therefore, the promotion is mostly indirect. It happens on customer social media and influence try their new products, especially cosmetic or unique food items, and share their positive reviews online. They rely on their customers to do their advertising for them. Mercadona has become very popular, especially thanks to its makeup products or its new unique sweet desserts. In both cases, they tend to create special products heyday, like Halloween sweets and advent calendars for makeup and perfume around Christmas time. And you can always find a video of customers trying this product online. Let's go to place strategy. Mercadona's strategy for place is in two key parts, mostly offline stores, physical stores. The core business is physical store proximity. They focus on having large supermarket close to where people live, so they are always one is in every major neighborhood. Store layout. The stores are designed to quick and easy shopping, and they offer a delivery service for the physical stores, but they charge a shipping cost. And develop online shop. Compared to competitors, the online shop is least developed. It generally serves only urban areas, and they are still expanding and improving their digital service. So let's go to STP model, which shows who Mercadona serves and how they want to be seen in the market. The segmentation. Mercadona segments its market very broadly. Age and geography. Their customers span from 80 years old to the elderly, focusing mainly on Spain and Portugal. Customer profile. They aim for multiple profiles, but the core appeal is to any consumer who is looking for excellent quality for the price. They have a strong base of loyal customers who especially trust Mercadona brands. Targeting. Mercadona targets a massive audience, often called the objective target. They focus heavily on the middle class consumer and working class families. Essentially, they aim for families and customers from all lifestyles, regardless of gender. The concept here is target costing. This means Mercadona first decide the price the customer is willing to pay, and then they work backwards with their suppliers to achieve that price while maintaining quality. The customer's desired price is a starting point for everything. And the positioning, Mercadona has successfully positioned itself the leading supermarket chain in Spain. As the chart shows, they dominate the market share for ahead of competitors like Carrefour Líder. They are other big supermarkets in Spain. Their positioning is built to main pillars. On brands as the key element, they are known for providing consistent, high-quality private labels at the best price, and social environment convenient. They also want to be seen as responsibility company which enhance their public images. And the SWOT analysis. A SWOT analysis reveals Mercadona internal strengths, weakness, as well as external opportunity and threat. Strengths. Market dominance exceptionally, brand loyalty, and the power at the private levels are the greatest assets. Weakness. Internal, they are limited geographic expansion outside of Spain, the historically weak online channel, and their no discount policy are hurdles they need to overcome. Opportunities. The growth of the online grocery market is massive opportunity. Expanding the ready-to-eat service and further international expansion are also the key. And threats. They face intense competition from the German discounts like Lidl and Aldi, and general economic factors like inflation and economic downturn will affect consumer spending.
Based on the SWOT analysis, we can map out Mercadona's future growth using three strategies. The intensive growth, they must scale the online channel and delivery service and expand the popular ready-to-eat section. Then the integrative growth, this could involve acquiring smaller regional chains to consolidate their market lead. For diversification growth, the most ambitious step, entering the new international markets like France or Italy maybe, or exploring new formats such as small format convenience stores like here in Korea.
Okay, so before the discussion, I want to talk about a funny fact that happened in Mercadona, because last year, one day a woman went viral saying that what time was the romantic time to go to a date in Mercadona. And he told that it was that 7 to 8 p.m. And that to do it, they had to use a pineapple. So we will to show a short video about that.
How can
Remove that.
put the video?
Yeah. Ah, okay. Thank you.
The pineapple is changing the dating game in Spain. They're not using Tinder, Bumble, or any dating apps. They are going to a specific supermarket from 7 to 8 p.m. Look at how many people show up to this supermarket. So people that are trying to find love, or whatever they want, we don't judge here, they're going to this specific supermarket called Mercadona. Now, Mercadona is all over Spain, so this is happening across the country. And they are going from 7 to 8 p.m. So how do you know who's looking for love? A single people that want to find their other half grab a pineapple, they put it upside down in their shopping cart. Once you have the pineapple, you head to the wine selection, or the wine aisle. Once you get there, if you find someone that you like, and they also have the pineapple upside down, you have to crash your shopping cart. If you're looking for a long-term relationship, people buy a pack of lentils because lentils last forever in your country. But if you're looking for a one-night stand type of thing, people buy lettuce because it goes back quickly. So if you're in Spain right now, whether it's traveling for a couple of days, studying abroad, or you simply live there and you want to find love, head to Mercadona from 7 to 8 and see what happens.
So usually that happen about for 2 weeks, and the supermarket will fill with people, that especially kids who want to joke around that. And the situation got so crazy that I was working that the staff had to remove the pineapples at that time because we didn't want to this. And people even speculated that this could be like a marketing strategy about in Mercadona, but it's a lie. They didn't want that, but yeah, it happens. So.
It's a very similar like E-Mart. It's like
Maybe.
like compare for E-Mart,
Yeah, E-Mart.
Is it very similar?
Yeah,
They have own
supermarket.
brands?
Yeah. Yeah, but they are like the brand and maybe.
It's not Walmart. It's not feel like the Walmart, right?
No,
It's not a more because it's the
They are
small
very-
supermarket.
they are very.
But it's
focused
not
on-
convenience store.
No.
It's big.
It's bigger one. A supermarket. Yeah, and they have like are so focused in their own brand. So about the discussion, we consider this idea of a prescriptive company. Should Mercadona focus on growing its own brand, or should it seek to offer a wider variety of brands, even if they are more expensive?
The second one, the online shop is undeveloped and limited to only urban areas. To quickly improve the online channel, should Mercadona partner with an external delivery company, or is it vital to the total quality model that they maintain full control over their delivery service?
Thank you for listening to us.
Carrot is more bigger. Carrot?
I mean, the beer is similar, but they are so different. I think. Mercadona, like, it's very focused in their own brand. They have like private brands, but when you go there, you can see that it's mostly the Mercadona's brand. And Carrefour, I think that they have a lot more brands. Yeah.
I've been to the 3-4 times been to the Spain, but I mostly go to the Carrefour rather than I never seen the Mercadona.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
But famous, right?
Yeah.
Famous, and
Yeah,
they started their business for Spain, then move on to Italy, and move on
No,
to
they are really importable.
Yeah.
Portuguese,
Portugal.
Yeah, Portugal.
Portugal.
Yeah.
So Spain only for the Portugal, and then they move on to other country, or
I don't
they
know.
only
No, this is for extensive diversification growth that they have these opportunities to do. But we don't know if they
At the moment, they are only in Spain and Portugal. Maybe in the
I
future.
mean, the famous in Barcelona, or they famous in Madrid, or
all around Spain.
all around. I think that they have like 2,000 shops in all Spain. It's a lot.
Okay, we move on to discussion session. So is anybody volunteer question 1 and 2? Okay, you know the brand?
It's like
Susan.
so
What your name?
is Becky.
Practice?
So for the question one, I think what I understand is that its own strategy of Mercadona is to have lower prices. So maybe I think it's more like logical to improve its own brand than rather than like be more expensive with a wider variety of brands. And if it's working very well in Spain and Portugal, maybe they should like expand in Europe, especially in France, because like if it's really cheap, we're gonna love it. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm aware.
so yeah.
It's the cheapest price.
The Mercadona's brand, yeah.
Like compare the E-Mart.
Yeah.
You go to the E-Mart and you buy some
I don't know, it's-
apples and how much you gonna?
Yeah, if you want to buy fruit, I think that it's much cheaper in Spain than here, in Korean or in Anima. But I think that Mercadona, the thing is like the brand of Mercadona, it's very cheaper compared to the private brands like Coca-Cola. If you want to buy a Coca-Cola from Mercadona or want to buy a Coca-Cola from the brand Coca-Cola, you have a very cheap one for a lower
Because their
price.
own brand.
Yeah, and the quality are very, very, very good. So the people go there to buy these products, these specific products.
But like, how can they do to have like very good quality, but at the same time it's like very low?
Low cost.
Yeah.
They have like a lot of providers,
Supplier?
yeah, suppliers, and they work with them. They have like one supplier for one product specifically. So they work with them and they want to, I want this product at this price, not more, and they work about that. So I think that they like get some ideas about that. I don't know how exactly they do it, but yeah.
It's possible to online services like Coupang?
It's like I don't know.
Yeah,
Yes.
but only in urban areas.
Only urban areas. I mean,
Ah.
you can buy everywhere in online. It's a little,
Without the online services?
they have online services.
Ah,
You
they
can buy.
have online.
Yeah, you can buy, but I mean, if you live in a town, you can buy online. You have to go to a shop. So yes.
Well,
그 근처에서만 하는 거잖아요.
so there's only possible to urban areas.
Yes.
It's impossible to rural. So Balenciaga, for example. Balenciaga in Spain.
Valencia. Ah, Valencia.
Valencia.
Ah, Valencia. The brand.
It started there, the company Mercadona started in Valencia. It started.
Okay, they're starting for Balenciaga.
Yeah.
So it's possible online services.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in small towns, no. Only big. Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
But it's different from like Coupang, right?
it's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when you buy online in Mercadona, you only can buy things in Mercadona. I mean, only brand Mercadona or things that you can buy in a shop in Mercadona.
I have a plan to actually next year February been to the Madrid for the conference and looking for the
Yeah.
Mercadona. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
looking for there. I only visit for Carrefour when I go to the Europe and then.
Maybe people buying Carrefour more to monthly expenses and Mercadona to daily.
Daily
Yeah.
they discount their product.
No, to go there to buy daily products.
They will focus on daily product. I see. Okay, something different ideas. You have a yeah.
But why would they go to Carrefour if they have Mercadona?
Yeah.
Like
They have a Carrefour inside the Mercadona.
they have Carrefour, but why customers go to Carrefour if they have Mercadona? Like Carrefour
I mean,
is
maybe-
much expensive.
Yeah, but maybe sometimes Mercadona they don't have a lot of brands. Some people want to buy some specific brands, and Mercadona they don't have that. They have like very short assortment.
The Carrefour has a lot of brands.
Yeah, and Mercadona maybe they have for a one product, one or two, and one of them is the Mercadona brand. And sometimes they don't have like a private brand, only the Mercadona's one.
So I'm very impressed into the Carrefour. They have a Hamo know brand about hamon in at the Carrefour, so I was very surprised. But I don't know the other shops, other supermarket. I didn't see like a lot of the product line. So that's why maybe some customer been to the Carrefour.
What is hamon?
Hamon is like.
Yeah. Oh, I
like
think.
pork.
Wait, I have photo. This is hamon. You can see it.
Like the leg of the pork.
Yeah, pork.
Yeah.
Very very famous like this
Yeah,
kind.
I
And
know.
we put some sandwiches and.
This one.
Okay, so do you have another idea? So our number 1 and 2, whatever. Yes, Angie?
Actually, I've been to Mercadona when I was in Granada.
What?
Granada,
Granada. Ah, yeah.
Spain.
Yeah.
I think this brand is like quite different because it seems like they are the mini size of the outdoor market because they just sell a lot of groceries and products that people need daily, like you said. So
Yeah.
maybe I think that's the real characteristics like compared to the Carrefour or other models. So maybe I think they have to improve their own brand. And also I think European countries and customers, they more focused on the experience they are buying daily groceries compared to Asian countries. So maybe that can be their strong characteristics. So I think they have to maintain their own brand styles.
So a little bit different characteristic compared to Carrefour, right?
Yeah.
Carrefour is more focusing on, more similar to like E-Mart. And
Yeah, it's
Mercadona is more focusing the supermarket. I mean the near supermarket.
Yeah, it is. Like neighborhood supermarket. It's
Oh.
like this.
We have more familiar sense.
Maybe we don't have those kind of concept in South Korea.
No,
We
they don't.
only have a big mart, right?
Yeah.
We have only big mart. It's more focused and more similar to like Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're very famous for Costco in South Korea, for example. So, but there it's possible to be buying more the small packaging, right?
Yeah.
But like, is it not the same thing as no brand in Korea?
Oh, I don't think so. It's similar. The E-Mart they got a no brand, but it's only focused on like non-natural brands. Focus on more manufactured product, like snacks. Like more ramen, for example, noodles. So, but I think that I don't know exactly the brand, but Mercadona they are more focusing the fresh fruits,
Yeah.
vegetable. I mean more the daily, the product.
You
Right.
can buy everything of like food varieties and everything. They have like makeup.
Like I mean, I feel like that my grandmother they wanted to make some soup for me, then go to Mercadona rather than E-Mart or the Carrefour. I feel like that more the fresh and the more the more close to relationship, for example. I feel like that. I don't know exactly that
Yeah.
brand is, but I feel like more the focusing on the daily product.
They have like sections, like fresh food sections, like butcher or fish, fresh fish. You can ask.
Okay, Rolly?
I think, my opinion is kind of different. Listening to all of this, I learned a lot about Mercadona because I'd never heard of it before. So I think, Mercadona should focus on offering a wider variety of brands somehow because I think it would form for a nice balance. And I think my answer is rather specific. But I think the balance between the own brand and the variety of different private brands, it should be dependent on the location of the store. So like if the location of the store is near a local market, then they should focus more on providing private brands. And if it's vice versa, then the same. And I think Mercadona is kind of local and like a supermarket for local groceries and goods. So providing a wider variety of brands might help it compete with the other ones so that instead of going to the other stores, people would come to Mercadona for their own needs.
yeah, I mean, in practice, you can see that they have like a lot of popularity in Spain because the shops are in places that like middle class, you know,
Okay.
and they want to buy good things for a low price and think that's why they are so successful. And maybe they don't care a lot about I mean, in my neighborhood, I have like 2 Mercadonas, so I can say like they don't care about a lot of brands. They want to buy a lot of things for a low
They're
price.
focusing more on the local
Yeah.
product.
Yeah,
rather
local
than
product,
a brand,
local
right?
price. Yeah.
They don't care about for Coca-Cola
No.
own brand, Pepsi.
No.
No,
They
they're
want
more
to-
considered for their price, right?
Yeah, they are care more about the price than the brand. For some specific brand.
What do you think about it? Are you satisfied with the?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
like a lot. I
Okay.
mean, for me, it's like it's where I buy the most in Spain. Mercadona. I work there, so I mean, I know a lot of things. So
They sell some cooked food for me. The fried chicken, they sell them, or only for the fresh food. They cook food.
Yeah, ready to eat. You can buy it, and there's a space where you can heat up the food and eat it there. There are, sometimes there are tables. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, if you go there, you can try like Spanish food because they ready to eat like they are so focused in Spanish like food like paella, tortilla patatas, things like that.
Okay. Have a different idea. You have.
Also, if they are like known for the like being really cheap, doing a rebranding would be. I don't think it will work, like because they are already famous because of the like low prices. So maybe it's not a good strategy to change and to do a
Yeah.
rebranding.
I think that if they put like a lot of private brands with a high price, they won't sell it because the people want to go Mercadona want to buy like lower prices, so they won't go if they have like maybe they have like a lot of brands, but I think that they won't like it. This
I mean, they have a lot of these, supermarket chain franchise. I live in the UK, so like for example, Marks and Spencer in UK brand, they're very high price. Like, and then more the like London, who live in London, they more prefer to go Marks and Spencers. Especially we go there for cheap the sandwiches. And then Tesco, not Tesco, Tesco and Asda in UK brand. Also, this is a big mart like E-Mart. It's a more cheapest one. And then maybe in UK they don't have this supermarket concept. I mean, also like the Marks and Spencers, they're more small shops, like feel like more convenience store, but it's not. It's more luxurious, little bit higher price, for example. And then Tesco and Asda is more, lower price. It's like big, mart. But maybe in UK they don't have these kind of things. I mean, they're more familiar the Vietnamese, and then they have a low price and more focus on daily food, for example. So it's possible to something differentiation. They have a lot of supermarket chain in Europe, in South Korea too. That will be possible to little bit, the differentiation, something more familiar with me, the daily life. We go to there and easy to buy something, for example. Yeah, I mean it's possible to make something differentiation for compare for other competitors. Yeah. Okay. You have a different yes.
Like the online shopping, if you order now, how long? If you order like how long it takes you?
online, you say?
Yes, online shop.
I think that they have like one day, the next day.
Or the next day, or
Yeah, I
like
think
if you need it right now, you cannot. It's
No,
impossible.
not the same day. Never.
Not
And if you want to you can go to the shop and buy there, and you can say, hey, I want to home delivery. I won't take it. This is for the older people. It's like a good opportunity, and they won't send it the same day. They will send it always the next day. And you are buying in Saturday, they will send it in Sunday. We send it in Monday
Next day.
because Sunday we are closed. So
Okay, more question? Okay, thank you for your presentation.